Hockyplr from Buckethead Brewing. This is my video response to Hockyplr, and my idea for the Hockyplr 2014 Homebrew experiment. Cheers. I think I've watched a couple of the videos, and I think that Dan's right. In the past, we've had, on one end, we've had a learning experience with our experiments, and on the other end, we've had kind of a creative experience. And I think that in some of it, it was kind of both. And I would like to see, I had a couple ideas when this first came out, and I'm glad I waited a couple days before I shot this video response. At first I thought, well, I think we should do something that is educational and allows us to learn from, much like the yeast experiment and to some degree the hop experiment. And then on the other hand, I wanted us to be creative. So I think this kind of covers both bases. And the third thing that I wanted to address was this whole thing of, well, I only do all grain, or I only do extract, or I do a partial mash, or I brew in a bag. I want to squash all that. I want everyone to be able to participate. So what I think would be kind of cool is, and I'm not sure how we do it, but kind of have people pick a beer type. For example, from the BJCP guidelines, you know, maybe you want to brew a stout because you have a stout recipe that you think is awesome and you want everyone to try it. So you brew a stout and you enter a stout. Maybe somebody wants to do an IPA. Maybe somebody wants to do a nut brown ale or a porter, or you know, a DIPA or a pale ale or a pilsner or a lager, what have you. And let the people decide what they want to brew and select a category. The other thing that I think is cool about this is, I don't know about you guys, and I've done the experiments in the past. I didn't do this last one, but it kind of got a little old tasting the same thing. Yes, yeast had a different effect upon it, but ultimately it was the same style of beer when we did the ESB with the yeast challenge. So I think this would be kind of cool because we would have different categories. You would have different brewing styles, and we could all put it together, and maybe we have our own little Brew Tubers homebrew competition. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean there has to be, you know, awards, but maybe some bragging rights. So if we get 2 or 3 or 4 beers in each category, you know, we kind of go head to head against each other. I don't know. That's just my idea. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I'm up to anything. So yeah, there it is. Hockyplr coming at you. SJ, let's get this thing going. Peace.